Hey people! Hope everything's going well for you. I know, I'm just responding to another YouTuber's video, but hear me out. The individual on your display at this current moment has been left mostly unexplained. I'm sure you're dying to know what's up with my left arm. Well, you might just find out in this video, because I'm answering 32 plus questions about my OC. Yes, this video's a little old, but where are you gonna find any better of an opportunity? Let's begin.
Let's start with the basics.
1. What's their favorite color? Black. No doubt, just straight up black. Okay, there may be some blues and purples in there too. 2. What's their favorite food? Chorus fruit. Oh dude, even though the cat doesn't need to eat, those tangy, succulent violet balls of pure I had canon chorus fruit to taste like a blend between a dragon fruit and a little bit of pineapple, combined with that swirly alien essence of the end. He absolutely loves these things, even though they do this. 3. What kind of music do they listen to? He'll listen to anything with piano or strings, but his main passion is synth. I'm not kidding. His entire vibe is nothing but synthwave, electronica, dubstep, just about every techno genre under the moon. To me it makes sense, being he has a knack for technology. 4. What are their religions? So, long story short, he's not religious. He suspects there being some kind of higher power, but he makes no attempt to confirm or worship it. 5. What's their biggest fear? Oof, that's a good one. So he usually isn't afraid of much because he doesn't have the same mortality that most do. However, something he does truly fear is anything he can't make sense of. Non-Euclidean spaces, like a room that's bigger on the inside, temporal anomalies, and even quantum mechanics terrify him. Because how the f*** are they within the same plane of existence as him? What laws are holding them stable? Aside from that, for whatever reason, he is very susceptible to the decay of life itself. So naturally, his sworn enemy is the Wither. Yep. Whatever any regular life would suffer from withering, the cat suffers at least threefold, making this unholy construction of man the perfect nemesis. I can't imagine it getting much worse than that. 6. Are they addicted to anything? I think I should clarify that Nikaido 7 is not human. He only looks it because it's the most common, recognizable sentient lifeform architecture out there. Due to that, I'd like to think his mind works a little differently, potentially making him immune to addiction. However, suppose he gets one anyway. It'd either be the drive to create or just music.
Let's go more into their personality.
7. What's their biggest character flaw? Like I said before, he's not human. He's non-biological and essentially has no internal organs. It's all just Ender energy. He is the raw Ender energy that allows him to exist. This may be a good thing on the surface, because that's why he can do what he can do, but it also robs him of the experience of being anything but an alien. He's over-analytical, he has a hard time understanding things that humans barely even think twice of, certain things have no effect on him, and death isn't so straightforward. He can die, but not properly. 8. Are they good with kids? No. I couldn't tell you why, but he just can't stay on the same vibe as them. I mean, he could find a way to entertain them or keep them ruly if need be, but he's by no means good at it. 9. Are they nice to retail workers? Strange question for this one. Nikat rarely interacts with retail workers in the traditional sense, as he's rarely in a place where they're prominent. But I imagine that regardless, he's pretty polite. He understands that a retail worker is also a person that's trying their hardest to do their job, and he respects that. Most likely, he'll just give a tip whenever he can for the sheer act of tipping, being that he's not usually in a monetary economy. 10. Would they attend protests? No, but he has a big enough voice to start and possibly even break down a protest. 11. Are they cookers or bakers? He could be. He understands the basic chemistry. He does better with concise recipes, but since he has no reason to eat unless desperate for energy, he rarely does either. 12. Are they superstitious, or do they have a lucky charm of some kind? Not really. He's a little too logical for that. 12.5, because there was an error in the count. What are their hobbies? Nakat spends his time innovating whatever cool technology he can, sightseeing, listening to music, making music, or just reading. If he finds some good literature, good luck getting it back from him.
Let's move on to their physical appearance and what that might say about them.
13. What are their hands like? Well, he's always wearing this glove, so his hand underneath would be firm but smooth. As for the other hand, it has no physical mass, so it's either gonna pass right through your hand, or it'll feel like a strong magnetic force pushing it away. 14. What's their makeup or skincare routine? No makeup, obviously, but he does have to purge his skin of contaminants every now and then. He'll shower if necessary, but regular hot showers won't cut it. He actually prefers to shower in an ionized solution he mixes himself, which can easily strip any kind of contaminants, especially if he superheats it. Thankfully, this doesn't hurt him, but I wouldn't shower if I were you. 15. What do they wear as pajamas? One of the things he doesn't have to do is sleep, so if he does, he's wearing exactly what he always wears. He might take his top and shoes off, but that's about it. 16. What's their casual wear? This! It's always the same black t-shirt, blue shorts, custom shoes, and clawed gloves. Clawed glove. 17. What about formal wear? It'd probably be the same clothes again. He doesn't really think about his clothes. Although, if he found it necessary, I'd see him designing a tuxedo with a few plasma tubes inside just to make him stand out a bit more. Tron vibes, anyone? 18. Date wear. Well, that's not gonna happen. Nakat's not the type to love. But let's imagine if he did. Psych! He'd just wear the same thing again. Although, he might wear a little something extra depending on the vibe of the date. 19. Workwear. I think it's safe to say that Nakat's outfit is almost always the same. 20. Why do they have the haircut they do? His hair is one of the things he puts little thought into. It's just there, and it's usually just the way he wants it on his own.
Let's move on to habits and miscellaneous questions that I couldn't for the life of me find a place for.
21. How are they when drunk? If you catch Nakat drinking, something's wrong. That doesn't answer the question, though. He'd mostly just lose his orientation and higher mental processes, then probably get mad about it. The delirium is subtle, but very much there, and he might say or do something he'd been imagining already, but had no intention of actually acting upon, as you'd expect. 22. How do they sit? Getting specific now, huh? His sitting position is pretty vanilla, just a straight posture, legs draped over the seat, maybe a bit of a man spread, and arms crossed if somehow he's a little cold. If he's focused on something, he'll lean forward and lock his legs into a stabilizing position. 23. How do they sleep? Again, no need to sleep, but when he does, he's a pretty normal sleeper. He doesn't snore, he doesn't give a rotating rat about his position, and he can wake up on a dime. 24. How do they stand? Nakat tends to hold a bold stance in most instances, or he might just have a chill one-foot stance, probably leaning against something with his arms crossed. In some cases, he'll just levitate. 25. How do they eat their pizza? He'll eat the pizza normally, but he has a funny quirk with how he grabs a slice. If one's already taken, he always takes a slice that's next to an empty space, and he usually tractors it out rather than just grabbing it. 26. What object would they be? Really? An object. It'd have to be some kind of spacefaring vessel. Sleek in design, very fast, powerful, and built to take on the most harsh conditions. As for what goes on inside, well, that's up to the designer. 27. What animal would they be? Cat. Obviously a cat. I mean, look at this majestic creature. Streamlined body, sharp fangs, retractable claws, intricate calculated movements, razor-sharp reflexes, an acute sense of hearing, mesmerizing eyes, all that. And it says meow? In case you couldn't tell, I'm a cat person. 28. What dog would they be? I thought I said I'm a cat person. Alright, let me try to remember its name. Jack Russell Terrier. A lot of energy, a lot of brain, not the right fur pattern, but why does that matter? 29. First thing that comes to mind of what they like. Making things. He's a creator. His passion is building his own perfect world with his creations. 30. What ice cream flavors would they be? What? Did you, like, run out of ideas or something? No, I'm kidding. Chorus fruit. Yep. Chorus fruit ice cream. Not satisfied? How about cookies and cream? Great classic. Nobody hates cookies and cream, right? 31. How would they react to you as their creator? Oof. You're hitting deep with that one. If somehow we could exist in the same universe as each other, here's how I envision it. He understands the concept of a creator because he knows that the worlds he can visit all exist because someone came up with it, wrote a book about it, made a game about it, produced a film about it, dreamed about it. Therefore, finding the person that came up with his world wouldn't come as a big surprise to him. He might not be super pleased with what I do with half my time, but he's personable when he wants to be, so there could absolutely be a healthy chat there. However, one of the problems with that is he's very skeptical of weird occurrences, and also he hates mimics. So I better have a really good counter-argument, or it's raps for me. He has zero tolerance for mimics. 32. How would they react to their original design? The cat has always looked like this. Sorta. He didn't always look like this lore-wise. Starting off, he looked like this, and lacked many of the abilities he has now. However, the canon event that led to his transformation is a lore spoiler. Something I should have clarified a while ago is that Nakat is a self-insert OC, meaning he and I are essentially the same entity. Which is why I said he wouldn't be able to exist in our universe along with me, because he is a special kind of entity that works differently from others, and only one of him can ever exist. That being said, his full design is more similar to how I look rather than a Minecraft player. So I guess you could say this is his original design, to which one of the things he'd say would be, "Where's the mustache?" Yeah, I have a mustache, but I can't for the life of me get an accurate one that looks good on a Minecraft skin. And that's everything. That was pretty fun. So I do have to say something. I might not upload for a while, mainly because burnout hit me like a truck while brainstorming and scrapping some video ideas, so I wanted to get something out here and then take a bit of a break to regain my creative motivation. In the meantime, you're welcome to ask me more questions about my OC in the comments. I guarantee I'll respond. Not necessarily answer, but respond, because there is info that's either spoilers or just not written out yet. Anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed. Everybody stay safe out there, enjoy life, and maybe one day I can finally figure out a good formula for ending videos. See y'all later.